have some yellow zucchini that's growing here, and the leaves are huge. But if you can see, the fruits are starting to develop. More flowers. So I have one plant, and then I also have a second one. This is the yellow zucchini. And this is what it looks like from this side of the garden. And from this garden bed, we have some more mint. We have some chives that are growing here. And as you can see, these bees here are loving it. And we have a sunflower here. And down here is a row of kobacho squash. It's great in Asian cooking as a stir fry, as a soup, and also as a saute. They look like, I'd say, really small pumpkins, but they're green. And lots of flowers. So this is what I have on this side of the garden. And I had a little surprise today when I came to check, and look at that. There's 3 of them that's doing really well. And we have more flowers. And the vine on this has spread, so I just let it crawl all over the place. And it looks like we have another one there. But yeah, those are really good size for. And then over here, I have some red onions that are growing. And I just noticed this because my onions were covering it. This here is a mango tree. I had eaten some mango and just put it in the soil just for fun, and it looks like it germinated, and I have 2 mango trees. Of course they're not going to survive out here, but it's just really neat to see it just growing. And over here is my asparagus. Right now they've turned fern-like. And this is the outcome if I don't come and harvest the asparagus on time. The asparagus shoots will start turning into like a fern. And let's see, I have some asparagus that are growing. There's one here, there's 3 there. Not tall enough to be harvested yet. And then we have another one here. So I've had a really good harvest with these asparagus. This year so far, I've been able to harvest anywhere from 6 to 12 asparagus. Pretty much every other day. So it's doing really good. Over there is a walking iris, the yellow ones. And the amazing thing about these is that you only get to enjoy their bloom for 1 day. So as soon as it blooms, you need to take your picture, and then it will just die. So The flower doesn't last, but it's really gorgeous when it is in bloom. And I do have a picture of it on my Instagram, so if you'd like to check that out, it's over there. And over there was where our leeks were, but they're done now. And a tall grass bush. And here is my little special persimmon plant, which I planted from seed. And it just took off. Most of the time you don't get seeds in persimmon, but I found one out of, I think it was like 45 that we had bought, and I planted it and it germinated, so that was exciting. And then that tree there is a nectarine tree, and I have more flowers for companion planting. And here is some lilies. This one here was a yellow colored lily, and my neighbor's sprinklers on, so I'm getting hit by water. And here's another lily. These are calla lilies, and these ones here are white. And then this here is another nectarine tree. All these trees are dwarf size, so they shouldn't get any taller than this. Maybe about another couple feet taller, but that should be as big as they grow. And some more flowers. And here is the Asian pear tree. There's some fruits there, and some over here. I've had this tree for about 3 years, and it put out fruit last year, but this year there's a lot more. Have some hostas over there, more calla lilies. And over here we have some dahlias, and I really love this one. I mean, the color is just so rich. It's like red and yellow centered. And I just planted this bulb just this spring. So they grow pretty fast, and they're very low maintenance, easy to take care of. And then this tree here is our cherry tree. This one is the Rainier cherry. And then over here is the persimmon. And I've had this for 3 years, but this is the first year that it actually has started fruiting. So as you can see here, and these look like a little tiny pumpkin also, and it's orange. And some of them did not make it, but it's okay. And usually this will be ready to harvest sometime in the fall. So, and it's a very small tree. It's also a dwarf size. Since my yard is small, I can't grow full-size trees, so they're just dwarf size. And then more grass. And this here is a hedge that used to be in the shape of a heart, but now I've let it grow out. I wanted to maybe do a square this year. And this here is our other cherry tree. This one is the Bing cherry. And this here is some cannas. I can't remember what color this one is. I think this one might be the tropical canna, I think, which is yellow. Yeah. And here is my hosta, which I bought at the end of the season on clearance for like 50 cents. And it was probably just maybe 2 leaf and a bulb that was already dying. So I brought it home last fall, and I put it in the dirt, and it grew like really big. It grew. And the flowers are just dying now, but it's really pretty. And it was in bloom. But it's a big plant. And then here is one of my pride and joy, our banana tree. It's pretty big. We wrapped it up this past winter so that it didn't die down all the way to the ground, and it ended up having pups. So here's one of them, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 pups on it. So that there's our banana tree, and some more Dracaenas. Our bamboo tree, and have some roses over here. These were yellow roses, but their flowers are dying now. And I have more oriental lilies in the pots. These ones are in the pot, and usually during the fall to winter, once everything starts dying, I cut down the stalk and I put them in, I put the pots in a dry area, and I don't water them at all. So, but they come back every year. They need that dry resting period. Some people dig the bulbs out and they store it, but I just go ahead and leave it in the pot and just don't even water it. So it's absolutely gorgeous, and I just love the smell. And then here is a red banana tree. Another Dracaena, and another hosta. And this one is another canna, but this one is called the Tropical Rose canna. So that one, this is what it's going to look like. It gets pretty tall. And back over here is some more dahlias, but a different color one, pink one. And more cannas. So this is the view of my growing garden outside. Here I have hibiscus growing. Here I have more cannas, and this bush here, this tree, is a pineapple guava, and more gladiolus, and another dahlia that's growing. It hasn't yet flowered. Another gladiolus, another pineapple guava, because they need a male and a female in order to pollinate and grow fruits. And these gladiolus, they grow super tall. I mean, if you see, it's like almost as tall as my fence, the top of my fence. So if you do decide to grow them, just remember they get really, really tall. And then here is the pomegranate, and the pomegranate, this one is the white pomegranate, and the other one is the red pomegranate, and this gladiolus is a new one. Every year it's this one that grows, but to my surprise I actually have a purple one. So this one should be really gorgeous. Here I have another hosta, And this is a variegated version of it. Okay, so that is it for my garden. Sorry I couldn't go and name every single thing that I have planted this year, but the video would be way too long to go over everything. One last shot of this beauty here. You should definitely grow some of these in your garden. They smell really good and they're gorgeous. But if you have cats, I heard that it's poisonous to them, so they may not be a great flower for you to plant if you do have cats that likes to eat flowers. So, okay, thanks again for watching. Have a great day.